On March 8, 2014, Malaysian Airlines Flight MH370 departed from Kuala Lumpur International Airport with 239 people on board, bound for Beijing Capital International Airport. The Boeing 777-200ER aircraft took off at 12:41 a.m. local time, and just over an hour into the flight, it disappeared from radar screens. Despite a massive international search and rescue effort, no wreckage or debris from the plane was found for months. The disappearance of Flight MH370 has since become one of the greatest mysteries in modern aviation history. Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m. local time and was scheduled to land in Beijing at 6:30 a.m. The plane's last known position was at 1:21 a.m. when it was flying over the South China Sea between Malaysia and Vietnam. At this time, the Aircraft Communications Addressing and Reporting System, or ACARS, which transmits data about the plane's performance and other information, was switched off or failed. At 1:19 a.m., the co-pilot of MH370, Farik Abdul Hamid, made the final voice contact with air traffic control, saying, "Good night, Malaysian 370." Shortly after, the plane's transponder, which communicates with ground radar, was also switched off or failed. At this point, MH370 disappeared from civilian radar screens. However, military radar continued to track the plane for another hour as it made a sharp left turn and flew back across the Malay Peninsula. The aircraft then flew along the Andaman Seas border between Thailand and Malaysia before disappearing from radar screens at 2:22 a.m. In the days following the disappearance of Flight MH370, a massive international search effort was launched, involving 26 countries, including Australia, China, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, New Zealand, the Philippines, South Korea, the United Emirates, the United Kingdom, the United States, and Vietnam. The search area initially covered the South China Sea and the Gulf of Thailand, where the plane was last seen on civilian radar. After the analysis of satellite data, the search area was expanded to the Indian Ocean. Inmarsat, a British satellite communications company, provided data that indicated the plane had continued to fly for hours after losing contact with air traffic control. This data suggested that MH370 had flown along one of two arcs, a northern arc stretching from northern Thailand to Kazakhstan, or a southern arc extending from Indonesia to the southern Indian Ocean. The search effort was then focused on the southern Indian Ocean, with Australia taking the lead role in coordinating the search. Over the following months, ships, aircraft, and underwater vehicles scoured more than 4.6 million square kilometers of ocean, but no trace of the missing plane was found. The first piece of debris confirmed to be from MH370 was discovered on July 29, 2015, when a flaperon, or a part of the plane's wing, was found washed up on the French island of Réunion in the western Indian Ocean. Since then, more than 30 pieces of debris believed to be from the plane have been recovered from beaches in Madagascar, Mauritius, Mozambique, South Africa, and Tanzania. Despite these findings, the underwater search for the main wreckage of MH370 was called off in January 2017, after nearly 3 years and an estimated cost of $150 million. The search area, which covered 120,000 square kilometers of the Indian Ocean floor, was declared to be highly unlikely to contain the remains of the missing plane. The disappearance of Flight MH370 has led to numerous theories about what happened to the plane and its passengers. Some of these theories include: Number 1. Pilot suicide. One theory speculates that the plane's captain, Zahari Ahmed Shah, deliberately crashed the plane into the Indian Ocean in a suicide mission. This theory is based on evidence that the plane's communication systems were deliberately switched off, and the fact that the aircraft made several unusual turns before disappearing. However, there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, and those who knew Captain Zahari have dismissed it as implausible. Number 2. Hijacking. Another theory suggests that the plane was hijacked either by terrorists or by someone on board with malicious intent. However, no terrorist organization has claimed responsibility for the incident, and no evidence of a hijacking has been found. Number 3. Mechanical failure. Some experts believe that a catastrophic mechanical failure, such as a fire or an electrical problem, caused the plane to lose communication and veer off course. However, this theory does not explain why the plane continued to fly for hours after losing contact with air traffic control. Number 4. Shot down. Another theory speculates that MH370 was accidentally shot down during a military exercise or by a rogue nation. This theory is based on the fact that the plane flew along the border of Thai and Malaysian airspace, possibly to avoid detection. However, no evidence of a missile strike has been found, and no country has admitted to shooting down the plane. The disappearance of flight MH370 has had far-reaching effects on the aviation industry, the family of those on board, and the governments involved in the search effort. Safety measures have been implemented to prevent a similar incident from occurring, such as tracking planes more closely and requiring aircraft to be equipped with longer-lasting batteries for their underwater locator beacons. For the families of the 239 people on board, the lack of closure has been a source of immense pain and anguish. Many have continued to search for answers and advocate for a renewed search effort. The mystery of flight MH370 serves as a reminder of the vastness of our oceans and the limitations of our technology. It also highlights the need for continued advancements in aviation safety and search and rescue capabilities to prevent future tragedies. As the years pass, the hope of finding the missing plane and discovering the truth behind its disappearance dwindles, but the memory of the 239 lives lost on that fateful flight will continue to endure.